Hello and welcome to today's video. So this time we're going to be taking a look at Wave 2, or the original 20-back vintage Star Wars figures. So these are my loose figures and I'm going through them literally figure by figure, meticulously taking a look at them, seeing if they need to be upgraded, completely replaced, or if they just need a bit of a clean. And then I've got my display case, which has all been cleaned, and I'm ready to finally get these back out proudly on display. So anyway, without further ado, sit back, relax, and let's get to it. Okay, so here is the balance of my Star Wars collection. So last time we got my original 12 figures plus a few variations, and I got those in an original display case. Now, what I'm looking to do now is basically do the next run of figures. But going back to that original run, basically there were a few points. So the Jawa figure, which has got the worn hands, that one I'm going to swap completely. This is on my cloth cape version. I'm going to find a new base figure for that one. And my Stormtrooper had like a yellowing torso in the middle of his figure. So that one as well I'm going to try and replace. Now, Mr. De Jonk, he's one of my channel members. He thankfully pointed out that the blue blaster that was with my other Death Squad commander was actually sold with the Imperial commander and IG-88, and also available in the survival kit package. So the one that I need for my Death Squad commander, I need to swap out the blue blaster and swap it for a black blue blaster when you hold it up to the light. Same sort of thing with my Han Solo figure. So in one of my my Han Solo figures, the figures was holding the blue blaster. Now that was actually sold with Luke Bespin and Han Hoth figures later on. So I need to swap that one out and once again swap it for a black blaster. So thank you to my channel member, Mr. De Jonk, for that information. So what we'll do then, we'll go through these. Now I did find some as I was unpacking, because we're basically looking for not that many figures, but we got Boba Fett is definitely one of them. So Boba Fett sort of came out just a little bit after the main run, wasn't it? So I've got two Boba Fetts to look at. We got Hammerhead and Walrus Man. So they were all in together, so that's pretty good. What else have we got here? So nothing in that bag. This has got R5-D4 and the power droid, which we will need both of those. So there's the power droid and there's my little R5. So we're going to need those. This looks promising because this has got Luke X-Wing, which I know we also need. So is he holding a weapon? He is, thank goodness for that. Anybody else in that bag? No, I don't think so. There's later figures, as are they. So I can just sort of see what's in these, and I'm just looking. We only need about 8 or 9 figures this time round for the second wave. Max Rebo. Look at that. Look, he's virtually white. He's a white Rebo. Do you think that's going to be on my upgrade list? Again, what am I actually looking for? So we got Hammerhead. Oh, Greedo. Where is Greedo? Here we are. So we got blue snag, no weapon. Greedo with a weapon. Red Snaggletooth. So there's some weapons at the bottom here. So there's the blue snag with that weapon. I believe, didn't Snaggletooth have the Stormtrooper Gun? Or did he have the Cantina Gun? Well, I've got 2 in here. The only other figures in there are 2 Yodas and an Ewok. So it looks as if I've got a spare gun. So that's okay. So is that all the figures that we're looking at today? Hammerhead, Greedo, Walrus Man, yeah. Luke, yeah, I think we got them all all the ones that we need to be looking at in detail here. So this was wave number 2. Yeah, so Hammerhead, Greedo, Walrus Man, Luke X-Wing, R5. Oh, Death Star droid. Aha! And with these other droids here. There we are, brilliant. Right, so we've got them all out. Let me just pause there and we'll get this area cleaned out a bit. Right then, so we're going to be looking at Hammerhead first of all, then Greedo, then Walrus Man. They all seem pretty good. We got the 2 snags, we've got the blue and the red. Luke X-Wing, R5D4, the Death Star droid, the power droid, and then Boba Fett on the end. And I've got this little wedge of guns here. So first one we got then is Hammerhead. Now he's already holding a gun, and it is the black Stormtrooper gun. That's the way I sort of describe these ones, is the black Stormtrooper. This was my favorite figure as a kid. This was him. Absolutely loved Hammerhead. No idea why. I think I just, as a 7-year-old, I just loved the cantina scene. It was just the business. So that's why I loved it. Now this one doesn't even seem very dusty, to be honest. The feet are a little bit dusty. But apart from that, he's pretty nice. The arms are fairly stiff, and once again, just to the left of me, I've got my Chromebook up, which is showing Jedi Temple. I know the Imperial Gunnery is a great way to check the authenticity of your weapons, but because these are the ones that in a lot of cases were my original ones from when I was a kid, or they've come in from big collections which I picked up in the late 80s, I'm pretty confident that all my weapons are completely 100% original, but they may not actually be with the correct figures, which is what happened last time, the correct colors and what have you. But he seems all right. Now, I've not got a display stand to put these on, but I have got a display case, the one that I've been using literally for years. And that one's been cleaned out, and it's been sort of cleaned itself, so it's not very dusty anymore. And the figures are all sort of set to go in it. But certain figures, I mean, Hammerhead is going to be absolutely fine. He doesn't need a base of any sort because he stands up on his own 2 feet, as it were. But what I have got is I've got a little collection of these bases over here. Now all these ones here are original bases from various Death Star sets. Now, when I had the shop back in the 90s, people would come in with bag loads of figures. And if they'd ever owned a Death Star, or later on some of the Action Force figures actually got packed with this display stand, I would generally have one of these. I keep them back basically for my own collection, just to make the ones in the cabinet stand up a bit easier. And there's a similar one which was released for the Palatoy Cantina because it was in the yellow color there. That's sort of a mid-90s display stand. And then I've got a whole bag load over here. These are much larger, and these are like generic action figure stands. What do they say? Protec ones, which they're okay, but they're a bit big for Star Wars, So what I'll do, for the tricky figures, I'll use up these what I call Death Star stands first of all, and then I'll go on to the bigger figures, if the bigger bases rather, if I need to down the line, But Hammerhead himself, because he's got such big feet, he stands pretty secure all on his own, so I'm not going to bother with that. So the next one on the old hit list is Greedo. So we'll have a look at my Greedo figure. Now, Greedo was another one that I really loved. I think I just loved all the Cantina figures, to be honest, and this one was no exception. He really is a great figure. So he comes with what I call the Han Solo gun, and looking at Jedi Temple here, looks like he's just got it's just a regular black one, and that definitely seems black, not blue in colour. Head is really stiff. The arms are relatively stiff. And to be honest, I can't see any sort of wear on that one at all. So he's a really, really nice one, I think. And I'm definitely pleased with that Greedo. He's very, very nice. However, he's not the worst figure for standing up, but he's not great. So as you can see, so we'll grab one of my Death Star bases here and we'll slip him on one of them, just so he stands up in the cabinet a bit easier. There we are. And they really were great bases, weren't they? What a great idea. So that's Hammerhead and Greedo done. Next we've got Walrus Man. Figure I was never really mega keen on because, you know, let's be honest, you know, he's a walrus. Now this one has got, I don't know if you can see, it's the tiniest of tiniest little dots on like the front of his face there. But to be honest, apart from that, he doesn't seem too bad. This was another figure that when you had lots through your hands, it would be one of the ones that would be found really, really loose. There's a little bit of dust on him, but nothing much, because these were all washed before they were put away. They were last put out in the cabinet, so they're not particularly dirty. The only thing that would be on them would be dust. It wouldn't be like grime or, you know, fingerprints or anything like that. Weapon-wise, according to Jedi Temple, it's the darker Stormtrooper Gun, and that's exactly what this one's got. So that's good news. So he's got the right weapon. Will he hold it? Yeah, he holds it, just not very well. Some of them just didn't, did they? And once again, even though he's got flippers, he doesn't stand very well. So we're going to pop him on a display stand just for security, I think, to stop, because I don't want these all falling over once I've got them in the cabinet. Over time, I want them looking, you know, permanently in place. So that's all right. I just need to be quite careful to keep him holding his gun, basically. Now, the next figure is, of course, Snaggletooth. So we got two versions of this one. Now, when I was growing up, of course, in the UK, we never had the fabled, like, blue snag, did we? We only ever had this little fella here. So we'll look at this one first. And he had a Han Solo gun, but it's difficult to see because I've got two Han Solo guns here. I guess one for each Snaggletooth, and to me they both seem blue, not black. So, and looking at the pictures on Jedi Temple, it's difficult to tell if they're blue or black. Doesn't actually say. Oh yeah, it just says it's a Rebel blaster, but it doesn't give me the color. So I'm going to pause there and I'm going to look up the Imperial gunnery. Well, that proved to be even more complicated than I was dreading, to be honest. So what I think I'm going to do, I know that this is the right style of gun, but it may not be the right color because it isn't obvious on an Imperial gunnery if the figure should have a bluish Han Solo gun, which is what I call it, or a blackish Han Solo gun. But even so, I'm sure my trusty viewers will point me in the right direction about what I need to do with regards to swapping potential weapons out. I have actually in one of my Star Wars boxes got another bag full of weapons. I wouldn't say full, but it's got all the major weapons. There's duplicates, triplicates of some of them. So I have got a stash of weapons that I can call on once I know exactly what's what. But this particular little Snaggletooth, for the sake of this video, is looking absolute beauty. Really, really stiff limbs. He's great, so I'm happy with that one. And I think he stands up of his own 2 feet without any sort of issue. This is the Fabled Blue Snaggletooth, so I've had this one for a long, long time. I bought from a dealer many years ago. I think I paid £50 for this particular one. So he's not mint by any means. Little bit of wear on the boots there, as is normal, but he's not bad, shall we say. He's certainly not mint, but he's not bad. And because of the value of this particular figure, I'm certainly not hunting for a better one. And I'll give him the blue Han Solo gun for now. And once again, I think with this one though, he's going to benefit from standing on a base, unlike the original Snag. So we'll pop him just there. There we are. Okay, so that's Snaggletooth. Now the next thing we're going to have a look at is Luke X-Wing. Now this was a really, really nice figure, and I'm hoping that my Luke X-Wing is pristine, because I vaguely remember us having a little run of bagged ones come in, and I opened one. It was in a baggie, not a card. Don't panic. It was a bagged one, and this one is, as you can see, he's super tight. Legs are nice and tight. He's got a black blaster, which appears to be the right one. Very, very little wear on the helmet. Well, there's no wear at all. The face is super mint. I think that would, if it was sent in for grading, would grade very, very highly. What a great figure that was. I remember at the time being a bit miffed that we had like a second Luke figure, and not something different, you know. He was the first figure, of course, to be like re-released, the first character, right? So we had Luke, and then Luke Farmboy, and then Luke X-Wing. I know he was the star of the film, but you know, you get where I'm coming from. When there were so many other great figures that could have come out. So where was my Grand Moff Tarkin? That's what I'd like to know, you know. Years before we had one of them, wouldn't it? Anyway, what a fantastic figure that really is. Oh, it's a beauty, isn't it? Brilliant. Luke X-Wing, you're not going to go wrong with that. So R5-D4, no weapons to speak of, but as much as I love this little droid, as he's been on display in my display case, his yellow sticker has faded. So even the back was not particularly mint. So I've seen some fantastic examples of R5 out there. And I love this little droid so much. This is going to be one that I've decided I'm going to attempt to get a really nice white one with a nice white sticker, an original white sticker. I'll always be able to sell this one. Still got his click. I have seen, you know, really nice ones go for, I don't know, 30 to 40 pounds, which I wouldn't mind paying for one which is really top shape. And I'll sell this one on as one of my doubles. But I like him all the same, and yeah, he's on my list of ones to upgrade because it's just been in the sun and it's sort of faded a little bit. So that's R5-D4. Now we got another figure which is notoriously difficult to find in high grade, and that's the Death Star droid. And once again, I didn't mind this one at the time, but look at this one. It's like it's come off. Look at the limbs. They're incredibly stiff, and you just don't see them. They're not around in that state. This is a really, really unusually good condition example of this particular figure, and it's so rare in this shape. Hardly any, well, if any, paint loss at all. I think that one will grade particularly highly. It's excellent. Obviously no accessories to worry about. Probably a bit of dust on it. Could use a bit of a buffing up, gentle buff up. He is once again a toughie to actually stand up because he's got such small feet. So I'm just going to pop it on a base like so, on the Death Star base here. Try and do these gently because there we are. Don't want to damage the bottom of the feet there. Next we've got the Power Droid. One of my favourites. I do love the Power Droid. This is another one that I absolutely loved to death as a kid. Now this one's all okay. I don't think there's anything really obviously wrong with that one. There's, you know, maybe on the base of the feet there's a little bit of wear on the silver, but nothing really to worry about like that. I'm not fussed about that at all. It's picked up some dust, which is easily coming off with my little toothbrush here, which is the way I have always traditionally cleaned my loose figures. And once again, because he's got nice big square feet, he does not need a stand. So the last figure we got is Boba Fett. Now we've got the European tri-logo one here, which is this little fella, and then we've got sort of the regular version. So if we do the regular version first. Now, this is the best example of Boba Fett that I've ever had, and I think he is particularly nice. He's got nice sort of stiff limbs, stiff legs there. He hasn't had a lot of play, and also the paint job on this particular one is particularly bright and vibrant. You know, there's no sort of wear there at all, and he's just such a cool figure. Really was the crowning achievement on those original Star Wars figures, and he's just great. Now, according to Jedi Temple, this figure comes with a black gun, a black Stormtrooper rifle, and I have one right there. So we're going to give him this one right now, and I will also pop him on a display stand. So I definitely, when Boba first came out, he was a mail away, wasn't he? We got the mail away Boba Fett in the UK, and I certainly mailed away for him and absolutely loved it. Now, this was the much later Tri-Logo one, and as you can see, it's much paler in colour than the regular issue. And this my Tri-Logo one has got some wear around the top of the head and the belt there. You can see a bit of wear, but it's a scarcity. It's a scarce little figure, and you know, I'm not going to be looking for a better example of this one, because in my opinion, I've already got a really nice Boba Fett in that one there. Now, I did have a spare gun, but that's a blue Stormtrooper gun. This one actually has got a black one, so I'll assume that the black one is the right one for the Tri-Logo Boba Fett, although once again, someone perhaps could correct me if that is right. My Boba Fett carded is a Kenner one, so I don't know. I haven't got a Tri-Logo Boba to compare it to. So if someone in the comments could let me know if they own a carded Tri-Logo Boba. What colour blaster did he come with? There we are. How cool is that? So there they all are, and I think they look absolutely amazing. I'm over the moon with those, and the fact that really only the R5D4 really needs to be replaced. I'm very pleased about that as well. So a couple of little gun queries again, which I put out to my viewers, and once again, on the back of the last video, thank you very much for the support. I am very much enjoying digging out my Star Wars stuff and getting these final few figures out on display. I've certainly got some plans to box up some of my other ships and that into GW acrylic cases as and when time allows, but certainly that's on the agenda as well. Thanks very much for watching today. I'll be back very soon, hopefully in another couple of weeks, with the next batch of vintage Star Wars figures, which will be the first wave of The Empire Strikes Back. So some fantastic figures in that. Thanks very much for watching. Do please give it a thumbs up. Do please hit the subscribe button if you've not already. And I'll look forward to seeing you again very soon. Bye.